are listening to the Metal Moose.
Welcome to the Metal Moose Radio Show. My name is Moose. Welcome to the Moose Crew. So, what in the hell is this big deal over the Metal Moose Radio Show? No clue. So, I've got some first-time listeners, I guarantee it. I think we picked up in the last week 12 or 13 stations. So, we're getting up there in the whole exposure deal, and there's... Good Lord, I have no idea why, but thanks for being here. Here's what we do. So we hunt down the baddest of the unsigned and indie metal, rock, punk, hardcore, industrial, stuff that rocks. And then we play them for you, but there's some rules you need to know since you're new to the show here. One of the things that's very important to us at the Metal Boost Radio Show is that you get yourself a bag of Cheetos, right? And you break it open, and you get as much Cheeto dust on your hands as possible. And you just kind of rub yourself down in Cheeto dust, right? Just because it's sexy and it feels good. And everybody loves Cheeto dust. And then, if you got the time, you have a spare one laying around. You get your rubber chicken, wax it down with a little Crisco. And then what you do with that, that's up to you. But Cheeto dust, rubber chickens, very important here on the Metal Moose Radio Show. Welcome. This is going to be an awesome time for you if you've never been around before. It's not like most radio shows. We're not going to talk about how cool we are, and how metal we are, and how many chicks we banged last week. Yeah, we're not really interested in that, man. This is the Moose Crew. We're family. We have a good time. We jam out to some metal. And you know what else we do? We support each other. We appreciate each other. We have a good time. Make sure and find us on Facebook, just Metal Moose Radio or Moose JQs. You can also find us on Instagram and Pinterest and Tumblr and Reverb Nation and all that stuff. We'll get into more of that later. So, as we always say in the first segment, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get nasty.
done? Lost yourself in one hell of a dream, and you knew you could not go on. That life was not the blessing that it seemed. May have tried, but the passion had faded away. The anger and pain was too much to take. The temptation's too real, living that life. Let me hear your name. You can come down from your throne, leave behind the shame. You can come down from your throne. What have you done? Created something beyond yourself. No intent to eclipse the sun, or hide in the dark where you dwell. You know what's right, no longer living as cold as a stone. You need to sever away those ties and the lies that keep you all alone. Let me hear your name. You can come down from your throne, leave behind the shame. You can come down from your throne. These people are a disease that make your soul bleed. Time is an enemy you need to be fake. These people are a disease that make your soul bleed. Time is an enemy you need to be fake. Let me hear your name. You can calm down, you can calm down. Leave behind the shame. You can come down from your throne. Let me hear your name. You can come down from your throne. Leave behind the shame. You can come down from your throne. Let me hear your name. You can come down from your throne. Leave behind the shame. You can come down from your throne. From your
All right, Vermilion Road right there on the Metal Moose, right there, right here, you know, right on your stereo, right in your car, right on your phone, wherever you want to put it, the Metal Moose Radio Show, Vermilion Road. So one of the things that you are going to notice right off the bat, you've learned already that we play a whole bunch of different kind of music. I mean, there's somebody just listened to that song and went, wait a minute, man, I only listened to Butchered, Abortion, Milkshake, and that just wasn't it, man. Well, you're right, man. We play all kinds of rock, so, you know, you're going to just have to get used to that. This is the Metal Moose, but we play it if it rocks. So, I'm sorry, Butchered, Abortion, Milkshake fans. You're going to listen to all kinds of stuff here, so, gosh, I hope you're big enough to not turn the channel over to one of the other channels with DJ Axe Through Your Skull. Whatever. We're glad you're here, man. I hope you enjoy it. We've got a ton. This show actually has quite a bit of. I was going through it last night, listening to the music. We've got black metal, we got power metal, we got like alternative rock, a lot of good stuff on this show. Another thing I want to talk about, since you're new here, by the way, I'm just going to throw this out. We don't do this a lot because we're on so many stations, but thanks, of course, to Triple X Rock for picking up the show. Valhalla out in Arizona as well. The 365 radio network just picked us up on 11 different stations all in one shot. Thank you very much. Also, what is it? I can't remember your name. I'll look it up here in a little bit. But we picked up a bunch of them. We appreciate. And I also wanted to talk to. I've been getting emails from Indonesia. We appreciate our friends in Indonesia. Also from the Netherlands and Germany and stuff like that. So, hey, thanks so much for listening to the show way the hell away. For those of you who are unfamiliar, we are based in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Moose, the Yanubi Studios, where I record, is in Oklahoma City. And when you get letters and stuff from people in other countries saying they like your show, that touches my heart, man. That doesn't make me go, we're the baddest, man. We got people listening in 84 countries. Okay, calm down there. Calm down. You know, we're not pro wrestlers. But anyway, thank you so much. Also, I want to thank Jackie Fenton for working so hard on the photos from Moose Fest. Just everybody who's been helping out, and, you know, of course, Nate Gore and Amanda Modem and everybody. You know, Mary Arnold as well. If you're new to the show, Mary is the one who handles all the music. You know, what happens is the music comes to me most of the time, and then I forward it to her, and then she picks it, and it's a big process. But thank everybody so much. We get so much great music on this show. We're also going to talk about the ankle picks because the deadline of that is coming up soon for the 2015 Moose Metal Hot Ankle Calendar. We're also going to talk about that here in a minute. Moose Metal or Metal Moose, we'll get into that as well. So what we got here is Grim Jack coming up on the Metal Moose Radio Show. Make sure and email us at mooseriffworks, RIFFWORKS, at gmail.com, mooseriffworks@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook. Go to metalmooseradio.blogspot.com. Like I said, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram. We're all over the place. You know, like that girl that wanted to date you in 7th grade that you didn't like, but she was always at your locker waiting on you? Or was that just me?
The Moose rocks New York.
Mary here with another double shot. Before I get on with this week's music, I just want to give everybody a reminder that Metal Moose Radio Show is always accepting music from unsigned metal bands. It doesn't matter if you're thrash metal, death metal, black metal, punk metal, heavy metal, hard rock, we want your music. All you gotta do is send me your music in MP3 format, a band bio, and a statement granting Metal Moose Radio Show and its affiliates permission to air your music on the show. That's it. That's all you got to do. Send that to me at metalmoosediva@gmail.com and I will make it happen. Now, this week's show. If you heard the very first worldwide show, you heard this band. If you heard my favorite pick show back in July, you heard this band. Varga out of Ontario, Canada. Oh my gosh, what can I say? They are absolutely fantastic. They're on tour right now. You guys, come to Texas, please. If you come to Texas, you can stay at my house. Yeah, I know. Texas is a long way away from Canada. That's alright. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll get to Canada. Either way, I'm gonna see y'all one of these days. So, they're on tour right now, as I was saying, and I'm actually looking at their tour dates, and the last one, December 20th, things that make you go, They are playing in Toronto at the Bovine Sex Club. Makes you wonder. It's a little curious. That is going to be an interesting show, to say the least. Anyways, here is Shark Attack by Varga.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Wow, there you have it. Varga, Shark Attack, and Beginning of the End. As always, if you like their music, go to Facebook and like their page. Also, go and check them out on Twitter as well. If you live anywhere near Ontario, Canada, I suggest you go to see them live. Oh my gosh, I bet that is one hell of a show. I wouldn't miss it if I was there. Anyways, before I sign off, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who messaged me and PM'd me on Twitter and Facebook, just giving me well wishes, wishing me well during my little bout with food poisoning. Yeah, I guess tofu can go bad if it sits out long enough too. Anyways, I'm Mary. This has been Double Shot. Until next time, have a metal week and enjoy the rest of the show.
The Moose Rocks Canada.
Your
first of all, and welcome to the Metal Moose Radio Show, Jupiter and Velvet. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, you know, Mary, that's what you get for eating tofu, all right? Just, you're metal. Eat some meat, damn it. And then I'm also questioning, what's wrong with the Bovine Sex Club? That's awesome. I want to play at a place called the Bovine Sex Club. That's awesome. Anyways, guys, this is the Metal Moose Radio Show, and you are now inducted into the Moose Crew. Like I said earlier, we're on a whole bunch of new stations now. My name is Moose, coming to you from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. This is the Metal Moose Show, not the Moose Metal Show. So you might be saying to yourself, man, I've been to your website, and all your logos say Moose Metal. You're right, they do. And here's the deal. Somebody made that for me purely out of the kindness of their heart. And it was amazing, you know, all of the logos that we have are really, really good. 'Cause I can't draw like a stick figure, so I'm super impressed by the people that do that kind of stuff. And Jackie Fenton has helped out, and multiple of Brady, and a lot of people have helped out. And Angel, of course, who made the Moose coolest. Anyway, so it's the Metal Moose Radio Show, and just don't pay attention to the ones that say Moose Metal. And if you want to, you know, complain about it or something, write Mary. Just write her. Complain. I don't have time to fool with it. Anyway, it's the Metal Moose Show, Oklahoma City. We are getting ready to finish up the first hour of amazing underground music. We've got so much great stuff on the way. So I wanted to tell you guys about the 2015 Metal Moose ankle calendar. What we're doing is we're having you take a picture of your ankles. Fellas, you're welcome to if you'd like to. I mean, because there are ladies out there that listen to the show, most definitely, but we're kind of shooting for ladies' ankles here. But either way, take a picture of your ankle. Everybody's got a picture, you know, a camera on their phone. Take a picture of your ankle. Get creative with it. Rub it down in chocolate. Wrap some bacon around it. Bacon and chocolate. Then sprinkle a little Cheeto dust on top of it. Cheeto-y, bacony ankles. I might need a few minutes alone. Excuse me. Anyway, take a picture, send them in to us. We're going to make a calendar out of it. The one and only Metal Moose Radio 2015 Hot Ankle Calendar. We are going to sell them, and we are going to give it to charity. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've talked about this before. I'm going to go to the hospital, the children's hospital, with money in my hand, and I'm going to give it to families. I'm not sending it into a charity where the CEO makes 92% of all the money that's donated. No, I'm going to go and I'm going to put it in the hands of the people in the hospital. So, long story short, we need those pictures before the end of November. So we got another month. So the email address is mooseriffworks@gmail.com or metalmoosediva@gmail.com. We can both take it. Well, I've got a bunch already, but we want some more. The more we can get, the more creative you are with them. We dig it. So anyway, ankles and chickens. And then we'll talk about the bowling pin here in a little bit. That's a whole different kind of a deal, but somebody out there understands what I'm saying, I think. Wait a minute. Why are you listening to me again? Metal Moose Radio Show. Hey, clown.
Yeah!
The Moose Rock Chicago.
Tasted all, this other
I just wish they would consider using blast beats Maleficencia from Italy or France or Italy or Fritily. Anyway, the Seven of Us Radio Show, we have just wrapped up hour number 1. On some stations you're listening to, stick around for the second hour. On other stations, you're just going to roll right into the second hour right now. You're listening to the Metal Moose Show. See you on the other side.
You are listening to the Metal Moose. You are listening to the Metal Moose.
Do me, baby, do. Just kidding. Hey guys, Metal Moose Radio Show here, Twins crew on the Metal Moose Radio Show. Very possibly the remaining members of the Thompson Twins very angry about what happened to their 80s career. So I'm sitting in my recliner last night, putting the show together, doing my thing, and this thought is going through my head. Okay, man, you're about to be on the air with like a bunch of new people listening in. What are you going to change? What are you going to do different? What is going to be new about the Metal Moose Show? You've got a lot of people to impress. And I thought back to some very, very wise words of my friend Dave Thompson. Don't change a damn thing. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I do have to admit, there's one thing that I changed. My good friend Wayne Duck said to me that the speaking in the show is not loud enough. He's like, man, the songs are like super awesome and they're banging, and then you come on and I can't hear you. So I've created something called Duck Volume X. We are now recording the Metal Moose Radio Show in Duck Volume X. Thank you very much, Mr. Duck. I appreciate it, Duck Volume. You can go ahead and just copyright that, make some money off of it. Why not? And then I also, everybody, I've had some people write me, people that do other shows, and they're like, man, what is your secret? How do you get so many people to listen, and how many, stations and all that stuff? And the truth of the matter is that I have no idea. But I think I may have come across the secret. I refuse to pee when I make this show. I will sit here and I will die in utter insanity because I'm going to go to pee so bad, but I won't do it. That's my secret. Just stop going pee. That's what makes a good metal show. Everybody knows that, right?
The Moose rocks Florida.
Here it comes again, another collision, life-changing decision. Why can't you see
Zephyra on the Metal Boost Radio Show. The girl that sings in that band looks like she could whip my butt with one hand tied behind her back. She is just bad looking. I mean, we do love the Chicks That Rock. We are the home of the Chicks That Rock special. Those of you who are new to the show, the Metal Moose Radio Show, we do something every couple months called the Chicks That Rock special, which is a show full of bands that have female members. Not necessarily all female members or just female singers, just bands that have girls in it, because we totally are big on the empowerment of women in the metal and music movement. It's a big deal to me personally. Here's something else. I guess if you're new, I'm trying to really explain a lot about the show in this because I know it's going out to a lot of new people. We're a very different kind of metal show. We're against the big rock DJ. Hey, KMOS, Oklahoma City. We're not into that. We're also not into, I am DJ Sharpened Axe and I will cut your brain. Who cares? It's like listening to a professional wrestler blattle on. Who cares? But we're big on being family and supportive, and we're big on not cutting people down, and we don't want to bring people down. The show is about positive attitude and good things for people, and we're big on the more of us that we are, the bigger our voice is, the louder we can be, and the more we support each other. That's the problem with the scene, the metal scene in your town, in America, everywhere. The reason why metal isn't as big as it used to be is because everybody's got egos and they're trying to be better than the other one. And there's this whole ego trip thing, and we're very against that here. I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy doing a radio show. Now listen, we talk about this a lot on Facebook and in emails and stuff. We want this show to dominate the radio waves, not because we're bigger or better, but because we want to give away dreams. That's the whole goal of the Metal Moose Radio Show, is to get big enough and to have enough overhead and to have a building and to be able to send bands out on tours and be able to do great things for people. That's why we ask for people to advertise on the show. We want to help people succeed. Nobody here is trying to get rich. We are trying to give away dreams. That is my goal, is to give away dreams. I want to hammer that in. Give away dreams. That's what we're doing. So please never, ever take anything that we say like we're bigger and better and badder, because we're not into that. But we want to be biggest so we can make things happen for people that deserve it and be a support system. I hope that makes sense to you. If not, you can go listen to DJ Eyeball. Anyway, so listen, and I'm not making fun of those guys either. We need those kind of DJs who talk about chicks and drugs and all that. It takes all of us to make the world go round, but Metal Moose Show is a different deal. And I hope that you buy in. I hope you're into it, and I hope you stay with us. And listen, if you missed the show on the 46 stations, you can go to metalmooseradio.blogspot.com. You can go to metalmooseradio.net, where our friends at Woodbangers carry the show. You can go to Spreaker.com. We always have that available on the Facebook as well. You can find us all over the place. I think we're on 7 days a week at a bunch of different times all over the place, so it's very hard to miss. But if you do miss it, if you go to metalmooseradio.blogspot.com, you can actually sign up for the email club. And that's going to give you your email address, and we will email you every time a new show comes out. If you just pay attention on the Facebook, you're going to find out anyway. We want you to hear the show. We want you to be involved. We want you to send in pics of your ankles with Cheeto dust, baby. Please don't send any pictures of grease-down chickens. Actually do that. That would be hilarious. And for those of you who are also not familiar with, Mary loves oversized men. She's into bigger guys, preferably covered in a lot of hair. She has some sort of weird hair fetish. So she likes guys to take pictures of themselves and send them to her. It's metalmoosediva@gmail.com. She loves them. I think she hangs them on her walls. That's just, I don't know if I've ever been to her house or anything, but it's just a guess. Anyway, so it's the Metal Moose Radio Show. We got more metal coming your way right now. But prior to the metal, my good friend Jen Mitchell and the World Metal Report.
This is metal anchor Jen Mitchell of Rockasms pushing the pedal to the metal in this week's Radio Screamer World Metal Report. News of Queensryche frontman Todd Latour's father's suicide last Thursday has caused an outpouring of support in and out of the music community. Latour addressed his loss on his Facebook page on October 17th, which stated, quote, "Although this is a very difficult time, this post is only to confirm that we will not be canceling any shows. I have responsibilities to uphold and will do whatever I can to perform to the best of my abilities considering the circumstances," unquote. Our condolences go out to the Latour family during this very difficult time. Additional news about the band and future plans are available at queensrycheofficial.com. The Metal Allegiance, which consists of Philip Anselmo, Joey Belladonna, Scott Ian, Frank Bello, and Charlie Benante of Anthrax, Chris Broderick and Dave Ellison of Megadeth, Gary Holt of Slayer, and Mike Portnoy of the Winery Dogs announced this past weekend that they'll be on deck to perform at this year's 2015 Shiprocked Cruise, which is slated to set sail on February 2nd through February 6th. Additional rockers on board include Seven Dusk, Buckcherry, Black Label Society, and many others. Tickets and more information are available by visiting shiprocked.com. What do golf, reading, and rock and roll have in common? The answer is Kiss's guitarist Gene Simmons, who just announced that he will be signing his new book, Me Inc. Build an Army of One, Unleash Your Inner Rock God, Win in Life and Business on November 9th at Monster Mini Golf in Las Vegas. Simmons' book was officially released on October 21st and will include additional signing tour dates, which are bookmarked at genesimmons.com. Thanks for cranking it up for this week's Radio Screamer World Metal Report. This has been metal anchor Jen Mitchell pushing the pedal to the metal around the globe. And now, on with the show.
St. Louis, Rocks, Texas.
Do you ever just want to change? Not hate who you are today. But I'm trying not to fake these feelings inside of me. Inside of me. It's just another day when you take everything away and nothing here is okay. This heart is cold inside of me. For those that hear the call, it knows that take the fall. Well, I know this for sure.
the hell you doing, gang? Autumn Burning here on the Metal Moose Radio Show. I think I've actually said the name of every band. This is kind of scary. I don't usually do that. So, speaking of, if you hear a band that you like and you want to check them out, there is a cool website called Arm the Pit. I know, I think that's a great name for a deodorant site myself, but anyway, I love John Nowicki and what he does. Arm the Pit is a great site. What happens is they take this show every week and they break it down band by band. You can go to the site and listen to the entire show, and let's say you hear Autumn Burning, you're like, hey, I like that. You can pause the show, and he's going to have a little button on there that says Autumn Burning. It's going to give you links to their Facebook and their videos and their YouTube and all that stuff. It's an amazing deal. Make sure and check that out. Also, our awesome friend Gus the Love Bus up in Canada, who runs the Headbanging Moose, which is not affiliated with us at all, except for the fact that I totally dig what Gus does. So just look it up on Google. It's a WordPress site. I think just type in Headbanging Moose in Google. You'll find it. He does basically the same thing that we do here at the Metal Moose, but he does it in blog fashion. He reviews all the albums and finds great underground bands and puts them on his blog. It's awesome. And he puts the show on there as well. So make sure and check it out. Great deal. And I just want to give a mucho thanks to all the people who have put this on their site, even if it's just a link or a YouTube. There are so many people out there that follow and put us places, and thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Later on in the show, we're going to talk about the spooky allegations of the Metal Moose Radio Show. We'll talk about that as well because, we got to talk about it. I know that some people out there are like, don't ever talk about things like that, man, because, just move forward. We're moving forward, baby, like a semi-truck or like me through a buffet table. It's happening. More metal on the Metal Moose Show right now.
Rocks, New York.
There you were, getting all worried the show was getting a little soft. You were like, that Alice Blue song, man, that was like romantic almost. Kind of got me. I broke out an extra bag of Cheetos during that one, baby. Good Lord. What's up, Alice? Kicking. Anyway, and then we threw her across the wall on there, and it was like bashing your face into a cheese grater, which is always a good time, especially on a Tuesday. Anyway, guys, this is the Metal Moose Radio Show. Coming up here in just a minute, the return of the famed Harriet Glasscock. I'm telling you guys, I listened to it before the show, and she refuses to let you down. You hear her sing her little opera thing. If you're not familiar with Harriet Glasscock, she is a little elderly lady in England somewhere that sends in these MP3s of her singing metal songs in opera fashion, and it's amazing. So we've got that coming up in just a minute, and we're going to get close to wrapping up the second hour here, so we got a ton more music on the way, so don't worry. More metal than Grandma's kettle, don't you worry. But coming up here in just a few minutes, Harriet Glasscock and Mopra. This is the Moose. Make sure to give us an email at metalmooseradio@gmail.com. We answer all emails, every one of them. We answer them. Even if you tell us that the show sucks, we write you back anyway. And go to Facebook and find us at facebook.com Metal Moose Radio or facebook.com moose.jqs. You just get on Google and put in Metal Moose Radio. You're going to find us all over the place. Visit the blog at metalmooseradio.blogspot.com, metalmooseradio.net, to go to armthepit.com. Also go to the Headbanging Moose, the Canadian version of the Moose. I mean, anyway, meet Gus over there. We get a lot of friends we want to introduce you to. Amanda Modem, Best 303 Sounds. Jackie Fenton does awesome photography. Misty Lawless with all the models and the Beauty and the Suffering crazies. And listen, man. And then, of course, Brenda Ajira, my new friend. Thank you very much. Just tons of people, lots of people there. We want you to get into the Moose Crew, become part of the network. Got Moose Crew Tulsa coming up November 8th. Cannot wait. That's going to be awesome. We're going to start the heavy promotion for that here really quick. By the way, I'll just give you a pair of tickets if you write in an email, and you write an email, write mooseriffworks@gmail.com, and in the subject line put Moosefest Tulsa, and then in the email itself put Tina's Burrito Palace. If you do that, I'll just give you a pair of tickets. We'll see you in Tulsa. Gonna have a good time. So we're having a great time here on the show. Hope you are having a blast, and we're gonna put some more metal right now, and then on the way in just a few, the Queen of Mopra, Harriet Glasscock.
The Moose, Rocks, Colorado.
in my pockets.
insanity. Too many begging for bread. Too many souls to sled. Lost in greed, pride, lust, and vanity. And though we rise and fall, we knew through it all we had the ability to change, but we remain the same. Open your eyes, open your
Hello, welcome back to Mopra. I am so glad you're here today. I'm so sorry I have not been around for a couple of weeks, but I'm back dealing with allergies. I'm sure you know what that is like. I wanted to sing you a cute little song by, such an adorable little man called Lemmy. I'm sure you've heard of Motorhead, right? I was born to lose, and gambling's for fools. That's the way, I like it. Whoops. I don't want to live forever. Well, that was kind of my own rendition of a Motorhead song. Well, until next week, everyone. Thank you for joining for Mopra.
The Moose rocks Florida.
Blackthorn on the Metal Moose Radio Show. Gang, how's it going? So we're getting towards the end of the show here, so go over a couple things with you real quick. We do this show once a week, every week on Tuesday afternoon. I crawl into the Yanubi Studios in Oklahoma City, and I make this show, and we play usually around 20 bands, and 10 of them we try to make that have never been on the show before. We get a ton of music, so some bands have waited a long time to be on this show, and we appreciate your patience. We're getting to you as quick as we can. We do it once a week, but here's the deal. The show is available 24/7, 365 days a year. You can find it at metalmooseradio.blogspot.com. You can also find it on YouTube, and usually on Spreaker. We keep at least 8 hours of the show, the past 4 shows, so you've got constant metal all the time, tons of new music you've never heard. If you're in a band or you know a band that wants to be on the show, make sure and have them email us at mooseriffworks@gmail.com, or also there is a place at metalmooseradio.blogspot.com where you can email us and submit your music and all that kind of stuff. So listen, here's the deal. We do it once a week, but we need you to listen as much as possible. The more listeners we have, the more basis we have for doing what we're doing, because we're doing this to get the bands exposed to the people. So listen as much as you can. Tell your friends about it. Man, if you like metal, you've got friends who like metal. Just tell them about the show. Tell them we want them to listen in, become part of the Moose Crew. It's a big deal. And I promised we were going to talk about this earlier, so we're going to talk about this right now. There have been allegations going on from other shows and other radio stations and other people. Listen, for some reason, we have gained a lot of enemies, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. And we're very kind to people. We don't talk bad about people. We don't do anything to cause trouble. And I think it's because we've become so big so quickly, and they're mad about it. Because there are people who've been doing the same thing that we're doing right now, excuse me, for a lot of years. And I mean like 10 years. And they're still not as big as we are. And that's not me bragging. That's just the truth of the matter. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. But point is there are people out there trying to shut this show down. They don't want it to happen anymore. There are people saying that we charge the bands to play their music on the show. That is not true. No one has ever been charged a penny to have music played on this show. We have plenty of people that are sending music into this show. But feel free to get on Facebook, get anywhere you want. Ask anybody if you want to, if they've ever been charged. The answer is no. There are also people who say that we are illegally broadcasting. We don't have permission from the bands. Also very, very untrue. Any band that's on this show, we have permission from them via email saying you have permission to air our music. We don't play it if you don't send the permission. End of story. Sorry, it just isn't going to happen. We do not do things dishonest here. That's one of the things about the Moose and the Metal Moose Show and the people that I work with. And the people that are so angry with this are upset because we wouldn't work with them because they didn't do things the honest way. That's the truth of the matter. A lot of people out there are saying, man, it's jealousy. They're jealous of you. I don't care about any of that. But we're going to do things the right way all the time, 100% of the time. End of story. So don't believe the rumors. You have my email. A lot of you have my phone number. Call me and talk to me. I do things the right way. We do things the right way. We don't charge bands to get played. We do not illegally broadcast anything. Those are all lies. This is a radio show. I'm not here to get rich. We went over that earlier. So don't believe the lies. It's just people trying to bring us down. It's not going to happen. We're going to keep on moving. We're going to keep on growing. We're going to do what I said earlier in the show. We're going to get big enough to where we can give dreams away. So just wanted to hit that with you guys. Love you very much. I appreciate you. More music right now before we end things off. This is the Metal Moose Radio Show.
The Moose rocks Florida.
Bank robbing almost made a big money, but
2 in the chest. I mean, I always preferred 2 on the chest, you know, as opposed to 1. You'd be a cycloboob. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm losing my voice. This usually happens towards the end of the show. Hey guys, this is the Moose. You're listening to the Metal Moose Radio Show. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Like I said, we do this once a week, but the show is on every day of the week on one of 46 radio stations, also at metalmooseradio.blogspot.com. Seriously, email me or Mary, email both of us. We love to hear from you guys, what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. Make sure and send in those ankle pics, baby. That's right. Break up with those Cheetos, man. Sometimes when you're feeling lonely and you're a little bit down in life, just nothing gets you going like a bag of Cheetos and maybe a strip of bacon. You know, grease up the old chicken every now and then. Lord knows I do. So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap up the show for this week. We're going to end off the show with a band called The Curse Within. Stay tuned. We got some cool things going on with the comedians. We're going to start playing some unsigned comedians as well. It's going to be like a metal and comedy, which is awesome mixture. And I also wanted to ask you guys what your favorite beer is. Make sure and let me know what your favorite kind of beer is. I'm such a beer snob. Love to talk about beer and football. I want to know who your favorite football team is as well. Thanks for listening, guys. Wake up, kick ass, be kind, repeat. See you next time.
listening to the Metal Moose.